Hey everyone, what's up? Cynical Nemo here, coming at you with a video game review. Recently, I have played through Beyond Two Souls for the PlayStation 3, and I gotta say, this is gonna be an uh, honest, full review coming from me. I know I don't really get usually I don't get into reviewing games and stuff. But this is a game that I actually really enjoyed, and I felt like I should do a review on it. But before I get into that, I would like to bring up the fact that when I got done playing this game, I went on to YouTube to look up all the other endings and stuff, and came across a couple of reviews that people like me that are on YouTube actually review this. And I was very surprised to come across like four or five other YouTubers, one after the other, do a review on this, and basically they said that this game was bad and horrible. I'm going to get into the details of what those people said, and then I'm going to give my opinions on this. Everybody has their own opinions, which is awesome, because these people that did the reviews do not get paid, to actually sit there and review the games. And I'm not going to mention any names, because I really don't want to start any drama or anything like that on YouTube, but we'll get into that in a second. Let's set this back down. Alright. The first, well, I'm not going to be, go through like 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, or interview 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. I'm just going to get into this. Basically, a couple of the reviews that I've seen, people were basically like stating like how there's too much cinematic going on in the game, how you basically couldn't die from the game or whatever because you'd have Aiden save you or something like that. And people were like saying the only best thing about the game is basically you can control an entity, which is Aiden, that was connected to Jody, which is the main character of the game. And basically, honestly, in my opinion, for starters, I would like to say that, firstly, it's not about, trying to get this game to play, like any natural game that's out there. This game is a cinematic game. You have to expect a lot of cutscenes, not very much gameplay. And let's see, I would say also controlling Aiden is a bonus for me. I love a good game with a good story, and I honestly don't mind cinematics. I know there's people out there that do not like cinematic games or do not like cutscenes. They just want to get right to the chase, cut right to the chase, I should say, and start playing the game. I, on the other hand, like a good story to a game, and basically, Beyond Two Souls took my fucking breath right out of my fucking body. Basically, I honestly have to say that Beyond Two Souls, in my opinion, is the best game for PlayStation 3 that has to offer, including, graphics-wise, storyline-wise, and yeah, it's heavily edited and everything else. Every choice you make within the game bases on the outcome of the whole game, basically. And that's another major thing that I love about this game. Honestly, I would love to see a fucking sequel to it, but I've heard that David Cage, the creator, or whoever he is, he doesn't really like making sequels, but if there was a petition or something like that, or if he came out and said if there was enough fan support to make another Beyond game, I would definitely sign that petition or try to be a part of that within any way. Let's see. Secondly, I would like to get into the fact that how people were complaining that... Excuse me. People were complaining on how you cannot die in the game. Honestly, if you look at it from real life or a certain point of view, if something like this happened in this life, and very similar, where you were connected to an entity in a certain way, honestly, and if you had somewhat control of him, or if you didn't have control of him, that is actually what would happen. He would possess other people and protect you, honestly. And I'm not saying this because I'm like hardcore nerd. I'm saying this because that's exactly what would happen in real life. And that's one thing you got to see it from their point of view. And honestly, that's what I think. I mean, if you have like 4 or 5 people attacking you to the point where you're almost dead, that entity is going to help you. It's going to take out all those motherfuckers around you. And that's what would happen. I understand that they made it so that you cannot die in the game, which is fine by me. It's alright. But like I said, I like a good story, and that provides like the best fucking storytelling game I've ever played in my life, basically. And like I said, the best PlayStation game, well, the best game for PlayStation 3 in my opinion, in my eyes. Everybody has their own favorites. Well, that's my all-time favorite. And I want to say lastly about controlling Aiden. Yeah, that was an awesome feature, but I would like to say that at points in the game, it's kind of hard to find stuff where you're supposed to go to. Yes, I understand that certain areas light up or glow orange or red or whatever, but sometimes it gets a little hard. But I always like a good challenge. You end up figuring it out somehow. But yeah, I mean, adding control features for Aiden, which was pretty fucking sweet. On top of that, also controlling Jodie. You can't get any better than that for a story game. Or a cinematic, if you will. But anyway, I would give this game an overall probably about 9.5 out of 10. But that's my opinion. I strongly, if you're a big fan of of games that have a really good story, or if you like cinematics or anything like that, I highly suggest you buy this game. Apparently, there's been leaks online saying they're going to be remaking this for PS4. It would be awesome. Excuse me. It would be awesome if they remade this game for the PS4, but I honestly don't think they're going to. Recently, Quantic Dream came out and said that they were going to be making a new game for the PS4, and before they even said that, they, I guess, leaked trophies for the PS4 on Beyond Two Souls. What I think, the reason why I think that is because they're going to be bringing this game out to PlayStation Now. And if I recall correctly, they said that they're going to make trophies available for PlayStation Now when you rent the games. And I think this is going to be one of the games on the PlayStation Now. And that's why I think they leaked the trophies onto the PS4. I could be wrong. They could be making a definitive edition or a remake or whatever the hell you want to call it for the PS4. Would be cool, but honestly, I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, I definitely recommend this game to everybody that has a PS3 out there. One of the best games, story-wise and graphic-wise. But if you don't like games that have a lot of cinematics or games that you can't really do much in, I would not recommend this game for you. But if you're like me and love a good story, pick this up. I picked this up for dirt cheap, brand new, over at GameStop over the holidays because they had a sale going on and this was only $10. So I went out and bought it and gave it a shot. Yeah, I know I'm probably like maybe 2 years too late to do a review on this game, but hey, better late than never. This is my honest review of Beyond Two Souls for the PlayStation 3. Once again, I highly recommend this game to anybody who watches this video if you love a good story. Until then, keep your eyes out for my next review. I'm going to be reviewing God of War 3 on the PlayStation 3. I have never played it yet, and I know probably some of you guys are going to be like, wow, you haven't played God of War 3 yet? Well, I just never got around playing it. I tried beating the second one, and as soon as I got into the middle of that, I started getting like more PS3 games and started playing them, and then I got my PS4, started playing that. Kind of got off track, so I'm gonna get back onto that. So, without further ado, this has been Cynical Enigma saying keep it retro, 90s style, signing out.